All right. Good morning and happy Monday, everyone.
Good
I
morning.
think we know most of our attendees, but if we have any new ones, welcome. My name is Julia.
And my name's Kelly, and we own California Skincare Supply. We like to think of ourselves as the one-stop shop for licensed estheticians. We currently distribute over 60 professional skincare equipment, wax, and supply brands. And we're so excited to be here today with Catherine ATZEN. We have been Catherine's distributor for
10 years
10
now.
years. I don't know. Time goes by so fast. And we're super excited to have her here today. If you haven't met her yet, you will momentarily. She has literally trained thousands of estheticians in our industry and actually all over the world as well. And she is an industry legend for Dermoscope and made the cover of Dermoscope magazine in 2016. She's going to tell you all about her brand, and we did set up a coupon code
for our class attendees, and that is 20% off, which is a really good savings on the entire brand. So if you've been wanting to try it, this will kind of be the perfect opportunity for you. That is good until Friday. So you'll have some time to think about what you want. And the code for that is just ATZEN. So at checkout, you'll just put that coupon code in to save 20%. I will be recording this class and I'll be sending the recording out to all of our attendees. So you'll be able to look back and refresh some of your memories. But yeah, without further ado, I think take it away, Catherine.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction. Thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure. And I'm so excited about skincare. I've been doing this for years, and the excitement is there the same way every day. I got into this profession because I had skin problems myself and wanted, like many of you, to solve my problems, and then fell in love with solving the consumer's problems and helping estheticians develop their business and become really successful professionals. So we have a presentation here that covers the entire ATZEN line. It's market positioning, so let me start with that. So it's a natural line, clean line, effective line. It's made in California. I'm an esthetician by training. I'm a product developer. So this is the look and feel. So high-end presentation, high-end packaging, retail products and professional products. Here you have a few retail products that are shown, and they are color-coded. So we have 5 lines. You see 3 of the colors, and I'll get into more details. And all the retail products come with cartons as well, which are not shown in the picture here. All the ATZEN products are Leaping Bunny certified. So I know that many of you are excited about that because there's demand. It sets the standard. And I put here the link to Leaping Bunny, so you can actually find ATZEN on the Leaping Bunny site. Here's the little bunny. And just a little side note here, we are not putting the little bunny, their little logo, on all our packaging. And guess why? Is because if we do, we have to pay them a percentage of our sales worldwide, and we would have to pass it on to you. So we decided not to do that. So here are some of the serums and the market positioning here. Very important to understand that ATZEN combines clean and effective ingredients. So me and my team selected over 90 ingredients that are either organic plants, organic certified when the certification is available. Sometimes they are wild plants or algae, so they come in the wild, so they're not certified because they are not grown, in a farming situation. Intact DNA is actually what got me into the profession. It's a DNA from salmon milk used in the medical profession first in Europe. for burn victims and people with scar tissue to regenerate their tissue. So it goes beyond peptides, stem cells, and I'll get into that more. We use, of course, stem cells and peptides as well. Stem cells from plants only, nothing human. Hyaluronic acid in every product, resveratrol from grapes, and many other ingredients. So really, the top-notch ingredients that you see in all of the top lines combined with manufacturing methods that are completely clean, and that's not easy to make. Of course, no parabens, but no carcinogens, no hormone disruptors, no formaldehyde, no sodium lauryl sulfate, and no artificial coloring, and all the products are non-GMO tested. So just some pictures of the ingredients. I have been over the last years reformulating each product in order to replace water with aloe vera juice, organic aloe vera juice of the highest quality. And it really makes a difference. And what you see here that looks like a jar of oil is jojoba, which is a non-occlusive moisturizer. That's just among the 90+ ingredients. And of course, green tea, one of my favorites as an antioxidant used in virtually all the products as well. So just a list of the key ingredients I just discussed. So the key here is to combine those plants, algae, seaweed, microalgae, hyaluronic acid, fucogel. I get into fucogel. It complements hyaluronic acid. It gives hydration for 14+ hours of the day. It just increases the hydration in the skin. When hyaluronic acid decreases the hydration, fucogel kicks in and gives you more hydration. That's one of the reasons the ATZEN products keep you hydrated and comfortable for the entire day. You apply the products at 7 in the morning, at 10 p.m. at night, you still look hydrated. That's key, and fucogel is one of the players here. Stem cells from plants, from grapes, from Swiss apples. I'll get into that. It's interesting. Lots of different proteins, peptides, amino acids, with resveratrol from grapes. Lots of vitamins, minerals. So either I add the minerals and vitamins into the product, or they come from the different plant extracts. Enzymes, retinol from plants, such as organic alfalfa that gives a great natural retinol without the side effects. So when you have those clients who have irritation because they are buying who knows what on the internet or elsewhere using lots of retinol, they come to you with inflammation and side effects. Here you have a solution where you can get, it's basically you have your cake and you eat it too. Sorry. And this is retinol that is safe without irritation. Alpha hydroxy acid, and of course, intact DNA, growth factors, and more. So professional treatments and home care, they go hand in hand. ATZEN formulas are all ATZEN exclusive. I'm fully involved working with my team of formulators, chemists, biologists, in order to develop the formulas. And from time to time, I make improvements as new things come up, new technologies come up. So it's really the art of putting ingredients together. You don't throw things in, it's really getting those ingredients to work together in synergy in order to enhance the results on the skin. I believe in nature and technology to deliver results. Many active ingredients, and also in high concentration. So when suppliers sell ingredients, let's say your peptides, they have a range, like a percentage that you can use in a formula. And I always use the highest percentage they recommend. So if they recommend, let's say, from 0.5% to 2%, I'm going to use 2%. So I always maximize the concentration of actives. So when some of your clients come to you and wonder and say, oh, I saw this thing on the internet, and they also have aloe, and they also have peptides and so on. Well, maybe they do, but how much of it? And of course, what's the quality too? But even if it was the same thing, is many companies are putting ingredients in very small quantities so they can just claim it for marketing purposes. And I'm sure you're dealing with that on a daily basis, and I'm there with you. It must be frustrating when you have to answer those questions. Ingredients work in synergy. So that's really the art of making formulations. It's some ingredients don't work well together, others work well together. So it's really finding that and creating those premium and luxurious textures. That's essential because it has to be pleasant when you use it. Whether when you do your facial, that's what you do all day long, facials, body treatments. It has to feel good and for yourself on your client's skin. But when your clients go home and do their morning and evening routines with the products you recommend, it has to feel good. So we have premium textures. The products are really pleasant to use. So the meaning of superior to organic, you see ATZEN, you see the logo, superior to organic skincare. So what does it mean? It means it's technology plus organic that gives a better outcome. So the superior is really the better outcome. And I contrast this to organic lines that do not have the technology type ingredients, the very effective ingredients, the peptides, the stem cells, the growth factors, DNA, even hyaluronic acid and Fucogel are not in those because there is currently the companies that do the certifications have a limited list of ingredients that are, I don't know if I should use the word allow. They have a limited number of ingredients they're familiar with that are certified organic, and they are pretty much simple ingredients like plants or vitamins. So at this point, they're limited and they cannot certify a product when it has, let's say, a peptide in there, even though the peptide is perfectly safe, has no carcinogens, no hormone disruptors, nothing bad. But those are the facts currently. So things improve with time, but it does take time. Keep in mind that organic certifications were made for food. And then the cosmetic industry wanted to be part of it, which is good. And so in short, ATZEN is a combination of organic, whenever organic is available, but I do not want to limit ourselves to organic only. I will add those highly effective ingredients in order to get a better outcome. So you get better results, your clients get better skin, they slow down their aging, they eliminate their acne, pigmentation, cellulite, etc. So there are 31 retail products and 20 back bar. They are divided in 5 different lines, and you see they're color coded. So we have in the middle here, in green, the Purify line for acne. I will start with that one. The Renew line for skin lightening, and the Balance line, which is everything about aging, age reverse, so preventive and also repairing damage. The In Shape line for the body and Protect line for sun protection. Bear with me for a second because the slide is not moving. Okay, here we go. So that's some retail packaging without the cartons. those are the three face lines. The MSRP, so here you see the range of prices. Very well priced. If you were to compare, the ATZEN line has formulas that are literally superior than the top of the lines you find in department stores or online. Let's compare it to La Mer, La Prairie. So ATZEN has nothing less than those, but has something more like intact DNA. And the ATZEN price point is unbeatable. We really, since we're working with estheticians, we are trying to keep our prices very competitive for retail, but even more so for professional products. And we'll get into that later if you have questions. So there are some fun people that love the line. You recognize Megan Markle, I guess. She loves the products. Miss California from a few years back. So I was talking with Julia and with Kelly just earlier before we started, and you probably recognize Lindsay Arnold here. So she loves the products for years now, and her publicist offered that she would be our spokesperson for $400,000 a year. Well, I had to pass on that. So here's the full range of the Purify line 8 products. Those are the professional products. So just to show you, the professional products are pretty big. And so that gives you a chance to do lots of treatments with them. So in the professional products for the Purify line here, you have like a cleansing gel to cleanse, you have a toner, you have a scrub, you have a mask, you also have the breakout remedy you apply before and after extractions, and the moisturizing gel that is used for 2 different things. You can do a massage, specialty massage, which is Dr. Jacquet's massage for acne. And if you're interested in that, I have developed a methodology for that and a protocol. And it's also used as a moisturizer at the end of each treatment. I'd like to introduce someone who is a user who has suffered from acne. Let me let her talk.
Catherine, we can't hear her speaking, but we did see the lovely before and after. In order to hear speaking on a video through Zoom, you have to do something. Now I forget.
Well, I just increased the sound. Let's try it.
Okay.
Is it better?
We're not hearing anything.
Okay. So we are going to pass on her nice explanation. By the way, you can have those videos. Some of them might be on our Instagram and Facebook, or you have links, Kelly. You can pass them on. Here you see some before and after pictures. Can you see my pointer here?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so you can see typical acne conditions. So pustules, papules, pigmentation. She also has cysts. So it's great for acne. And so within a few weeks of using a Purify line, she not only is completely clear, but and nothing is retouched here, okay? Nothing is retouched. Is not only is she clear, but she has no scar tissue and no pigmentation, and she has the type of skin that would normally have a lot of pigmentation. So this is the Purify line. So is the answer to acne, post-acne, and acne-related skin conditions. without drying out the skin. So it's calming the sebaceous glands to reduce the production of sebum. And in a few minutes, I'll show you what ingredients do that. But also it hydrates the skin. So forget about everything you ever heard about acne products. This is different. It's not about drying out pimples. There's no benzoyl peroxide. There is no alcohol. Most people are not getting results with benzoyl peroxide. Most of you have experienced that. Benzoyl peroxide is very common. You know, you find products at the drugstore for just a handful of dollars with benzoyl peroxide. It doesn't kill P. acnes bacteria, and which is the main cause of acne, and it dries out the skin, causes large pores, pigmentation marks and scars, and it doesn't work for most people. So here, as professionals, we want to bring alternatives, and we certainly do not want the skin to get damaged, dried out, and prematurely aged. So the Purify line is really for bringing the skin into a state of health. The skin is hydrated, the skin stop producing excess oil, the P. acnes bacteria is eliminated and under control by continuing to use the products on a regular basis, even when the acne condition is under control, and prevent any kind of inflammation altogether. So it's really about bringing health to the skin and balance. So you can see my pointer here. You have the cleansing gel, toner. I will not go into all the details here because I will cover each product separately in a minute, but you can see it covers inflammation, redness, breakouts, spot treatment. You have a pimple here, you want a spot treatment. We have exactly what is needed here. Pigmentation. You should not have to accept getting pigmentation marks and scars and large pores for controlling your acne. You see what I mean? Is you can get beautiful skin. It's possible. This line is made for that. Also rosacea at any age, but you often have, especially women, but not only, who have rosacea, acne rosacea, sometimes during menopause, premenopause, and so on. Severe conditions. Here are products that bring relief. Excess oil and large pores. Everyone complains about large pores, scars, of course, and dryness. So the first product here is the cleansing gel. And so here it is in professional size for your treatments. It's ultra concentrated. Retail, it is a tube. There's some behind me, but you probably don't see too much what's behind me. So this is deep cleansing of oil pollution and the P. acnes bacteria. So here we go, we address the main cause of acne from the get-go. The cleansing gel is already starting the treatment. It's not just cleansing, it goes way beyond that. I don't believe a cleanser should just cleanse. It should set the skin up to get the treatments, get the skin in the healthiest condition possible, so the other products work better. It protects the acid menthol, essential. Your aestheticians, you get that completely because most products, most harsh cleansers or soaps your clients are usually using eliminate the acid menthol, and it takes the skin about 4 hours to restore it. So 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours at night, and look at all the damage caused by pollution and so on. So it's a 2-in-1 product, and of course, alcohol-free, and it's a water-based gel. So again, this whole line is made with gels. Those with acne typically prefer gels to creams, although all the ATZEN creams are non-comedogenic as well, and you can mix and match if you want as needed, but this whole line is based on gels. The key actives, so of course, no sodium lauryl sulfate, so you have non-toxic cleansers, you have vitamins like vitamin B5, and you have natural antibiotics. It's like medicinal plants that have that kill the P. acnes bacteria and at the same time are anti-inflammatory, reduce the redness. And so when you do the facial with those products is doing the facial, and at the end of the facial, you can see the redness is greatly diminished. And your clients judge your facial in large part on having less redness. And also when you reduce the redness at the beginning of a treatment, they are very encouraged because redness is so visible. The sebum reduction. So instead of drying out the skin with alcohol, benzoyl peroxide or other ingredients, this is actually calming down the oil glands so they don't overproduce, because when you use an irritating ingredient such as alcohol, it removes the oil from the surface, but a couple of hours later, the sebaceous glands, because they got irritated by the alcohol, they just produce even more oil and the situation gets worse. So it's like a vicious circle. So we calm things down, we eliminate that vicious circle altogether. There are flavonoids. And as I said earlier, I'm using aloe juice. So that's aloe vera, organic aloe vera, to replace all or most of the water in the products. And aloe vera has a lot of medicinal plants. I don't even need to go over those. You know that ingredients so well. I think we are not going to be able to listen. I think she has something else to say. It's only 11 seconds. Let's try it. So she says she has dealt with cystic acne her entire life, and she has tried many brands. She says, what he says is that the ATZEN brand is the only brand that has solved her problem completely and eliminated the P. acnes bacteria and all those lesions. And it happened, in a short period of time, and it keeps her skin clear with time. So we got quite a few awards from the ACA. So this is one of them. The toner. So the toner here, this is the professional size. It has a spray bottle. And you probably wonder, oh, this is green. Where does this color come from? Those are natural colors. There's a company in the US that creates the colors for our toners. We have 3 toners. They have, blue, it's kind of orangey. And all those colors are flowers and leaves. So it's all plants made, like a dozen or so. And there's absolutely no artificial coloring in there. To give you an example, is like the blue color I just showed you is most companies are using blue number 5. It's very well known, candy and skincare and so on. And so the color that is made for us, this custom made color with flowers, costs $2,500 a kilo. Blue number 5 is probably about $5 a kilo. So you see the difference? It's not the same thing. Sorry. So this is not an astringent. It has no alcohol. So think differently. It's a toner that is a treatment. And what it does, it restores the pH of the skin. Anytime you use water to rinse off the cleanser or to rinse off a mask or a scrub or a glycolic acid peel or anything, you put water on the skin and the pH of the water is a little too high. So the toner, number 1, restores the pH at the ideal condition. So whatever other products you use afterward, they work better. They absorb better. They give better results. So the toner is not something to skip. Many of your clients do not understand toners or have tried things that were not working too well for them. So this is different. It requires some education here. So this toner is corrective, calms down sensitivity, and eliminates toxicity as well. So you have natural antibiotics that come from flowers. Yes, natural medicine comes into play. There's so many good things in nature that can be used. And keep in mind that many of the medications that exist started with plants, and then, of course, the pharmaceutical companies developed them in a synthetic way, but many times they started just with plants. Natural retinol, I mentioned it earlier. So this is organic alfalfa derived natural retinol. It has the same properties and benefits of the retinols you're familiar with, no side effect. Stimulates collagen. It prevents the collagen breakdown, quite important. And then other ingredients, those are trademark ingredients. They combine different ingredients. So this is mainly from cinnamon that works on the 5 key causes of acne. Of course, P. acnes bacteria, excess sebum production, the irritation, inflammation, dehydration, lack of water, etc. Growth factors, proteins that are derived from living plant cells. Allantoin, I use allantoin a lot along with Centella asiatica because they're so calming to the skin. They reduce inflammation, turmeric as well, zinc PCA, you're familiar with. The clear serum, so this product exists in a retail size. And so this is a serum that addresses the deep damage all the way down to the dermis, scars, redness, and large pores, breakouts, and premature aging. So often premature aging is kind of ignored. When you have you have a client in their teens, 20s, even early 30s, they may not think of aging. They're so focused on getting rid of those pimples and that inflammation. But premature aging is important, and people who have acne tend to age faster, mainly because of using the wrong skincare programs. Key active is intact DNA, so ATZEN exclusive. So this works at regenerating tissue deep in the dermis. It penetrates into the dermis. So all DNAs are not the same. Intact DNA is the first, I take credit for being the first one bringing DNA into skincare and from the medical field. And this DNA has a double helix that is undamaged by extraction. It's extracted without using heat, without using any chemicals. The extracting process takes a full 24 hours. So it is not your ordinary DNA. Some companies jumped on the bandwagon. You have DNA in just anything. This is different. There's a lot of research. There's serious science behind it, published research, and so on. And it stimulates the fibroblast production. So in other words, in the DNA, in the cells, in the dermal cells, it helps the DNA of the cells regenerate. It doesn't replace it. It helps it work faster, better, and in a healthier way to regenerate tissue. What it does also, it eliminates the inflammation on the elastin fibers. Elastin fibers give the elasticity to the skin. But when the skin is dealing with acne, inflammation especially, aging, stress, and so on, the inflammation is breaking down the elastin fibers, and guess what? With time, the skin sags. So that eliminates, it's called elastase, and it eliminates that. You have plant protein, growth factors, resveratrol from grapes. You all know the benefits of that. And then another anti-P. acnes product we discussed earlier from cinnamon. I use it in several products, so they work in synergy. And keep in mind, all those products are used on the face, neck, neckline, back, you know, the acne on the back and the shoulders. Allantoin, you notice, as I said earlier, you see it in many of the products because it's so soothing. AAA complex, this is a combination of algae, seaweed that reduce redness, irritation, inflammation. And of course, hyaluronic acid and fucogel. So fucogel I mentioned earlier, it's when the hyaluronic acid reduces the hydration when the day goes on, the fucogel kicks in and hydrates more. And it comes from microalgae that is in the estuary. So when you have soft water that meets the ocean with the salt, those microalgae have developed a process of protecting themselves against dehydration from the salt. And those are the stem cells that are being used in order to create that fucogel. So it also prevents dehydration of the skin and keeps hydration for 14 plus hours. Soothing phytoamine is also a combination of medicinal plants that have natural antibiotics and medicinal plants. Burdock is probably one of my absolute favorite ingredients for acne. I actually use it at up to 25% in some of the products. It's such a great anti-acne ingredient. Meadowsweet as well, anti-acne, soothing, and of course we go back to aloe vera. So the breakout remedy this is a spot treatment. Spot treatment is you apply it, you massage it on a pimple, and you have this pimple virtually disappear, typically overnight. So it's great to have one. Someone who has acne can apply it, clean fingers, please, can reapply it through the day, and it heals pretty nicely. As a professional, you also have a bottle. I don't have it here, but it's like a bottle like this with a pump, and you apply it before you do extractions. And before you just massage it lightly, leave it moist, and then you do your extractions. Use cotton or gauze or comedone extractor, and you put the Purify toner on the gauze, and you do your extractions. Extractions come out. It's very easy. You don't have to push as hard. It clears the pores very well. And this product is really loaded with actives that work on all the causes of acne. And after you're done doing all the extractions, just use a clean cotton with the toner again, wipe off the skin, wipe whatever is left, and reapply this breakout remedy, the professional one. You reapply it, and you avoid enlarged pores, you avoid infections, you really help heal the skin very quickly. And at the end of your facial, the skin looks even, doesn't look blotchy and irritated. So loads of actives here. I mentioned burdock, which is for acne. Also eczema, psoriasis. It does something else, by the way, is if you have a mosquito bite, because of the properties of those ingredients, you apply it. Let's say you have a mosquito bite on your hand, you apply it, you massage for 30 seconds, don't scratch, massage for 30 seconds, and the bite and the itching is gone. It's useful in summertime. You have saccharide isomerate from beets. Yeah, the beets. And it actually increases the natural hyaluronic acid production in your own skin. That's an amazing property. So it helps hydrating. And this is why that after the pimple heals, you don't see that crusting, you don't see the large pores, the dryness, the flakiness. That's one of the ingredients that protects from them. Cinnamon, I mentioned it earlier. Here it is loaded with properties, calming sebum, eliminating P. acnes bacteria, and I already mentioned the anti-lipase, the inflammation part. And the anti-elastase I mentioned earlier, intact DNA does it, and the burdock and other ingredients here work in synergy with it. So the ingredients help one another be even more effective on the skin. There's another antimicrobial blend, and this is also why it's so helpful when you use it before and after extractions during a facial or post-peel. The red microalgae, the Spirea Ilmeria flowers, Centella asiatica, that also is soothing and calming, and then proteins, growth factors, and clover. Yes, it's the clover you use, the spice, and it actually is an antibacterial, and it boosts collagen production, so healing again. So it works in synergy with other ingredients. Green tea, you'll see green tea in virtually all ATZEN products. The green tea properties are fantastic. And this green tea in particular, it's, you know, they're not all the same. You can buy top-notch green tea that has a lot of good properties, that is organic, very clean. Same thing with aloe. On a side note, I have just looked at the research on the green tea and the aloe we are using versus others, because you see those ingredients in many products, even mass market products, but the difference in quality is day and night. Many of the aloe and green teas that you find on the market have a lot of carcinogens, heavy metals. It depends on the soil they are grown in. It depends on how they are extracted, what chemicals are used for extraction. They use heat too, which damages the properties. So what we are using is very clean, is top of the line. They're more expensive ingredients, of course, and they're not subject to scrutiny, such as, have you heard about Prop 65? Those of you in California know it. You know, you have all those ingredients are listed on a Prop 65, but the ATZEN products are clean. They are not in that category at all. I know it's confusing, and explaining and educating all your consumers, your clients, it's a big task you have every day. You cannot listen to my She's showing the breakout remedy, the retail sites.
So we're not able to hear that video,
We are going
Catherine.
to move on.
Beautiful, thank you.
Okay. So moisturizing gel, remember I mentioned it earlier. I'm trying to find it here on my desk. I don't have it on my desk. It's in one of those bottles. And the moisturizing gel is what you can use for your Dr. Jacquet's massage, if you do that during your acne facials, and also as a moisturizer at the end of the treatment. So it answers the very complex needs of oily acneic skin. It keeps the skin fresh for the entire day, free of shine, no sensitivity. Both men and women love it. It's a gel. It doesn't feel greasy at all. It absorbs well. It actually is safer on the eye, so it kind of doubles as an eye product. Of course, we have eye products as well, but they have this option. And it's a non-comedogenic makeup base. They use it morning and night. So the ingredients here, again, aloe vera juice instead of water, seaweed that has a lot of carotenoids and alginates, amino acids, has antiseptic properties, but it has another interesting property like a face contour slimming. It eliminates the excess fluids, and it visibly, someone who has a little bit of puffiness and so on, it visibly slims the area, also the neck area. It has anti-redness properties, lots of them. Artemisia vulgaris is one of them. And jojoba, jojoba is an oil, but it's not a comedogenic oil. It's actually a non-occlusive oil that feels good and doesn't feel oily at all, but it protects the skin well. Hyaluronic acid and a blend of plants and peptides that target the five key causes of acne and excess sebum. The green tea flavonoids, allantoin again, and then erythroid romarin, which is fucogel. We talked about the microalgae that keeps the skin moist for 14 plus hours. Antioxidant, vitamin E. So clear scrub. So the clear scrub exists in a professional size. Actually, no, that's not the bottle. It's a bottle. And it exists in retail, which you see here on the screen. So the beads are different because they are very tiny, they are very fine, and they're natural beads. They're not made of sand, they're not made of crushed seeds or crushed walnuts or all the kind of things you find. So those are more expensive ingredients, obviously, but they work better. And you know why they work better? They get into the large pores, they pick up the mix of dead cells and oil and bacteria, and they clear the pores. They also exfoliate the epidermal layer inside the pores, because keep in mind, the epidermis is not just on the surface, it also gets inside the pores and makes the lining of the pores. So it actually clears that, which immediately, clears the pores, but also when used on a regular basis, every other day, if they want it every day at home, it keeps the pores clear, so it reduces the breakouts, it reduces the clogging of the pores by itself. Of course, it exfoliates very smoothly on the surface. It doesn't scratch, but it effectively removes the dead skin cells and gets the skin very silky and very soft and smooth. So this again is not just a scrub, it's a treatment product. So if you use it during your facial, you can use it by itself as a scrub before you do your massage, your extractions. You can also use it, and that's a choice, before or after peels, glycolic peels, enzyme peels, microdermabrasion, because it adds to the other modalities. If you're using, let's say, glycolic peel, it's a chemical exfoliation, and it loosens dead cells. Maybe not all dead cells will come off, but using the scrub, it will remove whatever is left over of dead cells. If you use the scrub before the glycolic peel or the enzyme peel, your peel will go deeper in the skin. So you decide, depending on the need of the skin, you decide how to use it. And the protocols we have will help you decide what to do. So this is not just a scrub. It reduces sebum production, acne, oily. Razor bumps can be, you can use it post waxing. It's for the body as well. It's a bigger tube. Very soothing, and it uses some plants from Ayurvedic medicine to correct acne and pigmentation marks. It gives a beautiful complexion, and as I said, prevents future problems. Sorry, I'm going a little too fast here. So the beads are made of jojoba, the jojoba moisturizer we talked about, the jojoba extracts and plants, and very fine coconut beads. And you have bakudiol, the Ayurvedic medicine you're familiar with that works on infection and pigmentation as well. You have stem cells and growth factors from grapes. That's Vitis vinifera, and it's actually a protection from pollution, it's a protection from stress, it's a protection from any kind of antioxidants. And by preventing inflammation, antioxidants, it also prevents scars. Does it make sense? Because because free radicals cause scar tissue, because the skin's ability to heal itself is diminished when there is a lot of inflammation. Green tea, again, anti-inflammatory, hyaluronic acid, and then extracts from the olive fruit, omega-3s mostly, antibiotic flowers, aloe. There's so many ingredients that the 2 hours we have today are not enough to cover everything. On the website, when you hover over the ingredient section, you hover with your mouse, you can actually see some scientific studies and research that pop up. So you can, add to your knowledge here. And if you have a challenging client that asks you all those very pointed questions, you have some of those, yes? And just go to the website, look at the ingredients, share it with your client, and I like clients that ask a lot of questions because they care. They are not gullible at buying anything, any kind of TikTok influencer or other will tell them to buy. They research things, they ask questions, and while they can be challenging and taking some of your time, they tend to become your loyal clients, sometimes for life. I have clients that have been with me from the time I started, and it shows on the skin. They have beautiful skin. Clear mask. So the clear mask here is the professional jar, and on the screen you see the tube for home care. So the clean mask is a very easy mask to apply. You apply it with your fingers, with your gloves, or with a brush. It's creamy. Let me show it to you. There we go. Very easy mask. It feels so cool when you apply it. And you can apply it fairly close to the under eye as well, by the way. And it works in 7 minutes. So if you have very little time, let's say you do a peel, you do one of those quick treatments, or you do a microdermabrasion, the mask will calm the skin down in just 7 minutes. And you finish with the toner and the moisturizing gel, and you're done with your treatment. Very, very quick. Fast-acting mask, you don't need 20 minutes, and it's very economical at the same time. It immediately eliminates sensitivity, the burn you may feel after extractions, and the pores are tight, and the skin is even, looking fresh, and healthy. So this is a Pro Solution and home care. Again, aloe vera, and then antiseptic plants rich in nutrients. Cucumber, by the way, putting slices of cucumber on the skin doesn't work. It feels cool, but the ingredients will not penetrate. You need a formula with boosters. There's a whole art in getting ingredients to work inside the skin. Get me on my soapbox on that one. Echinacea, you're familiar with echinacea, but what you may not know is that it works on cysts as well, and infections and wounds. So it's one of those ancient medicinal plants. You may actually have echinacea in your garden. Again, you need to use it in a skincare product. You cannot just pick it from your garden and get the results. It doesn't work. You have peptides and growth factors for the healing. And again, jojoba for moisturizing. So the skin feels good. When you remove the mask, the skin looks moisturized. avocado with lots of vitamins, squalane from olive, and hyaluronic acid. So you can see with the ingredients that it's a hydrating mask, calming mask, anti-acne mask at the same time. Here's the Cleoderm Calming Gel. So this product is not just for acne, it's for anything inflammation, rosacea, psoriasis, eczema, any age. It's sold a lot after peels. So any kind of peel, IPL, microdermabrasion, this is your go-to product. It saves the day. It only exists in one size, the tube you see on the screen. Many times aestheticians combine it with the procedure, and they sell the tube for home care. So they start using the tube during the treatment sometimes, and now the client goes home with that tube. So that's an option you have. But you use very little of the tube anyway, because the products are ultra concentrated. So even if you use that tube during treatments, you'll see you do lots of treatments. Key actives, flavonoids, there's red algae, which reduces inflammation and eliminates any kind of bacterial infection occurrence. Serotonia silica from the carob seed, and it is a very silky feel and hydration to the skin. Again, you see hyaluronic acid and gel, flavonoids, growth factors that bring energy to the skin, so the skin regenerates, cell regeneration, oxygen to the skin, delivery of ATP, energy to the cell, vitamin C. So vitamin C does a lot of things. It's also it evens the skin tone. It nourishes and heals the skin. And you have kojic acid-like properties to reduce pigmentation, allantoin that is calming. So here what you're seeing, I don't expect you to read that, but this is one of the things you get, you can use for email blasts and to inform your consumer base. So those things are available if you're interested. You just ask. Few more people showing products. So this is the Renew line. So the Renew line is for pigmentation, but also for brightening the skin. And the Renew line has no hydroquinone. So it's a different approach. It's a plant-based and peptide-based approach to control all causes of pigmentation. Here are professional products, our go-to products for any skin condition, of course, pigmentation, but also acne, aging. So it's very versatile. You can combine them with the Purify line we just discussed, with the Renew line for pigmentation we start talking about, and later the Balance line. So it's very easy to use. So the enzyme peel, Glyco 30 has 30% glycolic, Glyco 20 has 20% glycolic. So let me get into that. They're quite unique professional products. The enzyme is for sensitive skin, aging skin, sun-damaged skin. So even when someone comes to you and has inflammation, you're safe to use the enzyme, not the glycolic, okay? And I'll get to that. So what's in the enzyme? This is not your ordinary enzyme. It's loaded with nutrients and enzymes and plant extracts. So you have the organic fruit and plant extracts of pineapple, papaya, ginseng, ginkgo biloba, comfrey root, aloe. And you also have the enzymes of the pineapple, bromelain, and the enzyme of the papaya, which is papain. So all those work together. Not only do they exfoliate, but they bring nutrients, and they bring some ingredients into the skin that will continue working once you're done with the treatment. So you have future benefits. That's unique. Stem cells from organic grapes. So this is skin regeneration, healing, tightening of pores, etc. Same yeast, glycoproteins from living plant cells. And again, bringing amino acids and energy to the cells. So oxygen, ATP, that's pretty much helping the skin cells create oxygen, ATP for energy, and amino acids for healing. Fuchsia gel, again, hydrating. And everything is, so the glycolic acid pills, the Glyco 20 has 20% glycolic, and the Glyco 30 has 30% glycolic, and they are non-GMO pharmaceutical grade glycolic. So this is important because, again, there are lots of different qualities of glycolic acid. They're not all the same. It's confusing. So here you see professional sizes of the Renew line. You have the facial cleanser, the facial toner. I showed you the retail size earlier. And iron lip emulsion. So here are the properties the Renew line covers. So the Renew line has 8 products, and it covers sun damage and brown spots, hyperpigmentation of all kinds, even melasma during pregnancy, by the way. It's safe because it doesn't have any chemicals and doesn't have any hydroquinone. Rough skin, clogged pores. So, you know, those clients that come in with skin that has not been exfoliated for a long time, very clogged, very congested. This is the line for them. Pollution, wrinkles and fine lines that are caused often by sun damage, of course, and neglect. Dryness, dehydration, lack of moisture in the cells because of using the wrong skincare products, or drying out the skin, or just neglecting the skin altogether. Sensitivity, including the eyes. There are 2 eye products in this line. Wrinkles and drooping eyelids. Yes, we have products that are safe all around the eyes, and if they get into the eyes, no issue at all. That's a departure from everything else. Dark circles, tired eyes. So here I'm starting with the eye lift serum. So the eye lift serum is an amazing serum for the area around the eyes, all around, including the lashes. And it is safe for lash extensions. It actually doesn't melt the glue. So that's another selling point. Some of you also offer lash extensions. And you certainly don't want your clients to complain about their lashes falling off. You want to give them a product that prevents that. And this is the product. All our eye products, by the way, we have 3 eye products. They're all like that. And it's very refreshing. It's a gel formula. Let me show you one here. I don't know if you can see it. It's a gel. So it's very light, not greasy at all. It absorbs really well. And it energizes the skin. It reduces dark circles. It reduces puffiness, lines, and wrinkles. It has peptides you're familiar with. We're not the only ones using eyeless and Cinake peptides. So they work on the different causes of wrinkles. Cinake actually also works a little bit like Botox. After 2 weeks of using the product morning and night, the expression lines, smile lines, reduce because it actually works on the muscle. It reduces the contraction of the muscle, a little bit like Botox. So it's Botox in a bottle. For someone who gets Botox, you're not competing with the doctors in case you work for a medical office here or you get referred, is it makes Botox look better. It looks more natural. It lasts longer. And what we always hear is that when using it after Botox, the results of Botox look more natural. it also counteracts the effects of hormone imbalances, dark circles, tiredness, droopy eyelids. So as a tip, as a professional tips is Botox lasts longer. That is a pretty good selling point to your clients. Because look, Botox is not improving the skin. It is just preventing the muscle from contracting. That's what it does. You still need skincare. And this is the solution here. Key actives, we talked about the peptides, but more importantly, intact DNA again, because intact DNA not only repairs some of the aging, eliminates the inflammation, it stimulates fibroblast production. That means it builds collagen, protects the elastin, so the elastin will not break down, will not sag the skin. And so it's preventative as well. So it's educating your clients that this is improving their skin. They use the product in the weeks and months, they are going to greatly improve. Take pictures, please. But over the years, they will look a lot younger than their friends of the same age if they stay with the ATZEN program. That's what it's made for. That's what motivates me every day. I don't want wrinkles either. Okay, sorry. Here, lots of ingredients, seaweed that has properties to reduce puffiness. That's a big deal. Many of your clients complain about puffiness when they wake up in the morning. It reduces it very quickly. Flavonoids and plants that bring nutrients, mugwort, Spirea ulmaria, you saw it earlier, meadowsweet as well, Centella asiatica, very calming, very soothing, resveratrol from grapes, different kinds of algae reduce dark circles and wrinkles, and stimulate blood circulation. So it works on dark circles in a different way. It's not only reusing the pigment, it's not just like exfoliating and removing the melanin on the surface of the epidermis. It is strengthening the capillaries that are around the eyes. Those capillaries tend to burst and leak blood, plasma. And this blood is actually what gives dark circles. So when you get tired, that's the main cause. So it strengthens those capillaries and helps them to, work better, be younger and stronger, and then slowly eliminate the dark circles and prevent them. So it's a departure again. It's not a cosmetic. This is a treatment. Fuchsia gel, hydrating again, hyaluronic acid, Oxylift, has a lot of healing properties, allantoin, very healing, and of course, one of my favorites, aloe vera juice. Here you see another EDM on the eye lift serum that explains it. Brilliant formulations that combine organic plants and vitamins with advanced ingredients that work. Eye and lip emulsion. So on all of the bottles and the cartons and on the website, you will see a number. Number 1 is cleanser, number 2 is toner, number 3 is serum. So the eye lift serum is number 3. The eye and lip emulsion is number 4. The number 4 is a moisturizer. So you use the serum first and the moisturizer afterward, morning and night. So the eye and lip emulsion, it's a similar bottle. Here it is. This is a little creamier. It's like a light cream. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. Light cream, easy to apply, feels very moisturizing, but not heavy. It has arnica. So I talked about the properties of the eye lift serum at repairing the capillaries. Well, arnica is the icing on the cake for that. So arnica, again, this is an ingredient you know very well. It's very healing. It strengthens blood capillaries and works really well on pigmentation, dark circles, and haloxyl and eyeless peptides work together with it. So they work in synergy. Lactic acid It's safer on the eyes. It doesn't burn. It's actually hydrating, and it also lightens the skin. Renovage is a combination of caprylic, triglyceride, and teprenon. So we'll see it on another slide. So caprylic triglyceride has incredible properties that are healing and I would say anti-aging. It's a term I usually don't use, but it's age reverse. Retinyl palmitate, again, this retinyl palmitate is plant-based and it becomes retinol without side effects. So here again, you have a cake and you can eat it too. Borage. So borage is a plant. You may have some in your garden as well. And it's a very nourishing and healing plant. Osier leaf, oat kernels, again, healing, and then different algae as well as elanthine and aloe, loaded with actives. So the facial cleanser comes in a big bottle, professional size, and a fairly big tube, retail size. So this is the beginning of a treatment for pigmentation. Cleansers matter. ATZEN cleansers make a big difference. They're not ordinary cleansers. So you use this cleanser in your treatments before peels, or you can do an enzyme peel treatment. You can use the cleanser to start with, followed by the toner. So very deep core cleansing. You really empty those pores of all the debris, oil, and so on. You start removing dead skin cells from the surface, and the skin lightening and brightening of the complexion is started. It washes the skin really well, face, neck, neckline. It's safer on the eyes because you notice there's no glycolic acid. I don't like glycolic acids in cleansers because glycolic should not get into your eyes. And I developed my cleansers. We have 3. And to me, things have to be simple. It has to remove your makeup. It has to be the same product morning and night. Just one product, that's it. No need for makeup removal. No need for those wipes. They're full of chemicals. They're not good for you anyway. One product does it. It's simple. It's fast. Your morning routine and your evening routine is fast. So is your facial. You save time. Key actives, decylglucoside, again, lactic acid, yeast extracts, proteins from plants, aloe vera, calendula. You see, everything is about soothing, calming the skin, because sun-damaged skin tends to be sensitive. And I look at every skin as if the skin is always sensitive. I want to protect the skin. I never want to cause irritation or sensitivity, just the opposite. The skin functions better when the skin is treated well. So this is not an ordinary cleanser. You can see that when you see those kind of ingredients, that's not what you usually find in a cleanser, and it's loaded, very concentrated. Organic lemongrass, essential oils have some great properties as well, vitamin E. So here's the toner, exists in professional size. It's a new generation toner. It starts lightening the complexion, it exfoliates, and it makes the skin receptive to the ingredients in the toner, but all the other ingredients to come. Let's say you do an enzyme peel, or you do a glycolic peel, or an exfoliation, or a massage, or whatever you use, it will be more effective. So it's a treatment product, and it already starts lightening the skin. So a pro tip here is your peels, microdermabrasion, microneedling. It really brings this treatment to the next level. You get better results. So you enhance, your professional outcome here, skin outcome. Key actives, you recognize some of those that you saw in the enzyme peel earlier, papaya and pineapple, lactic acid. And then arbutin is a plant extract that is really a skin lightening ingredient. Red algae, antioxidant, a glycorepair to repair micro lesions and irritation. Hempseed, turmeric, green tea. Legacy serum. So this one exists in one size only. And it's a stable vitamin C. It doesn't oxidize. You will never see any brown in the ATZEN Vitamin C serum. So it's stable and it's a time release ingredient for skin brightening and lightening for the day. It works beyond when you just apply it. It keeps working. It's a very strong antioxidant and it's 50 times better and more effective in the skin than other forms of vitamin C. And one of the key reasons is it is able to cross the lipid membrane of the cell. So the skin cells have this oil membrane, lipid membrane, and most vitamin C's on the market, pretty much those things your clients are buying online and even from some professional products or department stores, have vitamin C's that are just staying outside of the cells in the intracellular space or even on the surface of the dermis. This crosses and has a much better effect. It's a treatment. It's not just a surface product. So pro tip, incorporate it within your treatments. The client, you can actually make it part of your treatment, and the client, you can start using it once or twice or even 3 times during the treatment, and then your client takes the bottle home and keeps using it at home morning and night. Because the results continue. The treatment is the start and then it continues. So vitamin C, aloe, hyaluronic acid, Fuca gel. Now you can see why this vitamin C, unlike most others, is not irritating and not drying. It is actually very soothing and very hydrating. It feels good on the skin. And it's a gel. So it got the award in 2018, and it actually was the finalist in 2024. So that was just a month ago. So glyco-10. So glyco-10 is a moisturizer, and we have glyco-10 and glyco-5, which is the next page here. Those are moisturizers and treatments at the same time. So what you see on the tube, here's the tube, it's number 4, so it's a moisturizer, but it is a treatment because it has glycolic acid. So glyco-10 has 10% glycolic, glyco-5 has 5% glycolic. 10 is pretty strong. So that's an esthetician specific retail product. It gives a very silky complexion, and it has 10% glycolic, which is very strong, pharmaceutical grade glycolic, top quality. But it has a soothing and calming blend of plant extracts and vitamins that give lasting results while nourishing and protecting. So again, you get a lot of results because of this 10% glycolic, but you don't get a lot of the side effects. It tingles a little bit because it's 10%. So it's not for sensitive skin. For sensitive skin, you start with 5% glyco-5. So the formulas for both are the same with the exception of the percentage of glycolic acid. So it's an organic aloe vera juice base, 10% glycolic acid, and then stem cells from grapes for healing, regeneration, green tea, antioxidant, allantoin, calming, just counteracting the tingling and so on. So again, you get your cake and you eat it too, because you get the benefits and you reduce, you reduce those side effects you could get with such a strong glycolic acid product. Hyaluronic acid, brown algae, hydrating, soothing, healing, nourishing, and vitamins. So here the glyco-5, which is the one I have in my hand, very nice texture. Again, it's like a light cream. I call that an emulsion. So it is just a very light cream, and it absorbs real quick in the skin. It's a winner. Everyone just loves it. And you know what? Like, those blackheads that tend to come on the nose pretty much for everyone, they reduce very quickly. Chin, the pores tighten very well. It does a job. Pro tip again, you can prep skin with home care before your peels, microneedling, and so on, because your professional treatments will go deeper if you do that. A little tip is the glycophyll you can use on sensitive skin unless the skin has inflammation. You have to calm down the inflammation first. We talked about products for that, like the Clear Derm Calming Gel, remember, which calms all irritation, inflammation. But once the skin is, looks more normal, you can use the glycophyll, and for someone more sensitive, they use it once a day, morning or night, your choice, and then they get it to twice a day. And then the glycogen can be introduced after, maybe 2-3 weeks or so, and they can alternate. Now, why do you alternate glycophyll and glycogen? The natural tendency is to say, oh, 10 is more, therefore I want more all the time. Well, glycolic gives better results when you alternate 5 and 10. So we have done some clinical work years ago, and it's amazing. It actually works better to alternate the two, because when glycolic is used on the skin all the time, the skin kind of gets used to it and plateaus. And at one point you get frustrated after maybe 2-3 months or so, and you don't see more results, and you want more results. If you then go from 10 down to 5 again, and you keep alternating, you will see a boost and your skin keeps improving. Take pictures. Skin lightening cream. So you know that hydroquinone is used a lot. Hydroquinone is something I don't want to use because, first of all, ATZEN is about natural, organic, safe, clean ingredients. Hydroquinone causes a lot of side effects. Sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't. Hydroquinone, has, effects on the liver. It can cause liver problems, especially when used over time. And also when hydroquinone is used, once you stop it, the results are gone very quickly. So hydroquinone is not something you can use for the longest time. So my mission here has been to create a product that works just as well as hydroquinone, no side effects at all, doubles as a moisturizer morning and night, so very easy to use, and you can use it for the rest of your life without any side effect. This product and the other products from the Renew line are safe for people who are on medication, pregnancy, hormone replacement, and so on. You're safe. So here, let's look at what this is all about. You have 10 concentrated lightening and brightening ingredients. They're all of natural origin, organic when available. And then boosting agents that make them work better. So that's the art of formulation to reduce pigmentation that is caused, all causes of pigmentation, sun damage, acne, scarring, hormonal changes during pregnancy, menopause caused by medications, etc. So it lightens and brightens while strengthening the skin's ability to prevent future damage. So you heard me say before is I'm very passionate about improving the skin today and tomorrow, but I'm even more passionate about preventing aging in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and so on. So this is a little bit of a novel way of looking at things. And so as an esthetician, you can educate your client at looking long-term as well. So it's safe, and you can use it on sensitive skin, and you can even use it around the eyes. Although we talked about eye products that are specifically made for the eyes, but we all know people that want to use just a few products and may skip eye products sometimes, so you're covered here. Ingredients. So we talked about 10 ingredients that are focusing on the different causes of pigmentation. Kojic, bearberry, mulberry, licorice, Emblica, vitamin C. Vitamin E is an antioxidant. Rumex occidentalis, different algae extracts, whitening peptides, glycyrrhiza root. Hyaluronic acid is hydrating. Capric triglycerides we talked about it earlier. I think I have a slide where I go into more details, which is very anti-aging, has a lot of great properties. Germ extracts as vitamins and so on. So now we are getting to the balance line. So they are color-coded. So the balance line is your go-to line for most people. Is aging, dehydration, oily T-zone, dry sides, prevention. You cannot go wrong with that line. It's safe. It's very effective. Those are some of the professional products. So you have the DNA Repair Serum. So that's our hero product. You have the gentle exfoliating scrub. We talked about the clear scrub earlier in the Purify line. Here you have the scrub in the balance line. Mask, protective day cream, which is your moisturizer at the end of the treatment, finishing cream. So let's talk about the massage recovery cream. Here it is. Massage recovery cream is a cream you use when you do your massage, any kind of massage, and it is so loaded with nutrients that the skin looks fabulous when you're done. So it enhances you're using your hands and you're stimulating blood circulation. You do all those good things, and this massage cream it's your best friend because it makes your massage results even better. Now look at the ingredients. This is not your ordinary emollient cream to just give you slip. This is a treatment, and it gives you pretty nice slip at the same time. So if you haven't tried it yet, you want to try that. And if you want to add essential oils to it, also you can do that as well. So you have a lot of flexibility. So it's a pro exclusive. This doesn't exist in retail size. It has stem cells from Swiss apples. So the Swiss apples have an interesting story. There's a scientist, biologist in Switzerland that had noticed that apples kept in the cellar over winter. In the old days, when I was a child, it's like, okay, we would pick all the apples from the trees in fall, and we would put them in a cellar that was specifically designed to keep, root vegetables and apples and some other things fresh through the winter. Well, apples get wrinkled. And, coming February or March, I never wanted to eat those apples, except those little red Swiss apples never wrinkle. 5 months later, they still look fresh. And that scientist who knew about stem cells figured out that there's something about this apple that could be used in medicine or other fields. And this is the scientist that actually, extracted those first stem cells from Swiss apples. And now we are the lucky recipients using them because those stem cells really help reduce aging, slow down aging in the skin. And the nutrients from this cream, when you're done with your massage, you realize that most of the cream has absorbed in the skin. So the nutrients keep working and keep giving benefits in the hours after your treatment. You have multiple peptides in the product. You have acai, know the properties, resveratrol again, and coconut, sweet almond, safflower, different plant extracts with lots of vitamins, algae extracts, hydrating, vitamin E, antioxidants, aloe vera, of course, soothing. And here we go again, Fucogel that will stay in the skin and keep kicking in and giving more hydration to the skin. So when your client leave your place, your client looks really nice and is very pleased with that facial. And in the follow hours, the skin gets better and better and better. That helps to build a clientele. Yeast extracts as well. So here are professional sizes for the hydrating toner, the cleansing milk. So they are very big bottles, and you see there are pumps and sprays, so they're convenient to use. Some of the textures to this one is a texture for the mask, lotion, cream. It's actually that's actually the day cream, which is the protective day cream that you use at the end of the treatment. Properties, the balance line covers eliminates dryness completely. So dry skin, after a few weeks of use of the line, someone with dry skin will not be dry again. I got into this profession because I had a lot of skin problems. Excuse me 1 second. I had ultra dry skin and very bad acne. And it was really bad starting when I was 13 years old. Is the acne started, acne vulgaris, it got worse and worse, cystic, and the skin was painfully dry. And any skincare products was just drying out my skin. It was miserable. I just wanted to hide. And I met a pharmacist, a woman pharmacist, who literally took me under her wing. And although the products at that time were not that great, but she really helped me understand a lot. And you get into using like a mild cleanser. And then I met an esthetician. I had my first facial at age 13. And although she wasn't able to control my acne, but just the whole atmosphere and the massage, and, it just got me hooked. And it got me to become an esthetician. And so I feel the pain. I know how it feels to have dry skin, to have acne, to have redness, to feel like you don't want to see anybody, you just want to hide. So going back to the balance line, it addresses dryness. And the way it addresses dryness is not by putting oils and things that stick on the surface and just hide the problem. It is by controlling the content of moisture inside the cells and outside the cells. So not just the stratum corneum. And when I mean inside the cells and outside the cells, that means the balance, the pressure of moisture, of water inside the cells and outside the cells has to be the same for the skin to be balanced. So cells have to be hydrated. So the formulas are made to bring moisture inside the cells as well. So think of it as when the skin is dehydrated, think of a raisin versus a grape. So the raisin is dried up, has no more moisture. That's what dehydrated cells look like. Grape is a healthy grape, plump, full of moisture and nutrients. That's what we want for the cells. We want the cells to go from raisin to grape. And with the formulations here, we are able to achieve that. So the skin is going to be balanced, not too oily, not too dry, not dehydrated. Sensitivity and redness. I said it before, I look at every skin as being sensitive skin and treat it with kid gloves. And reduce sensitivity, inflammation. It also slows down the aging process because the stress we encounter, changes of weather, pollution, etc., all of that is damaging and prematurely aging the skin. So I'm using so many antioxidants to counteract that. Wrinkles, tired-looking skin, puffiness, dark circles. There is one eye product in this line as well. I'll get to it. Acne, poke marks with the serum, with the DNA, the intact DNA. Over time, it repairs from the dermis up. So it is really working on all the layers of the cells. So scars and pock marks improve over time. Large pores, who doesn't complain about that? Everyone does. And of course, hormonal changes. There's very big demand for aestheticians to help with that. So the cleansing milk is a superior cleanser, decylglucoside again, and it again, I talked about 2 other cleansers before. It has the same principle, is working inside the pores and on the surface of the skin to clear the pores, and it also removes eye makeup. It's also good post peels. So even lasers, when there's the crusting and so on, is you can use that cleanser in softening up the crusting. If there are bandages, when the bandages are being removed, it softens everything. It's easier to remove the bandages. So if you work in a medical facility and you do that, we can help you use those products to really help those conditions. And it is safe for someone to use this cleansing milk post any kind of peels. It definitely beats the products in drugstores, and it feels very calming and very soothing. So the cleanser makes a big difference in your treatments. Ingredients, you see very soothing ingredients again, and very hydrating ingredients, jojoba, linoleic acid, plus plant proteins as well. The hydrating toner, what I showed earlier here, so that's the retail size. The professional size is a very big bottle. I don't have it here. And it comes with a spray, convenient to use. So this is a must after you use water on the skin, because of the pH of the water. You want to bring the pH down, but it also restores it calms the skin. It makes the skin feel hydrated right away, because on sensitive, dehydrated skin, when you use water, the skin feels dry afterward. It eliminates that immediately, and it prepares the skin for serums and creams. Actually, serums and creams work better. The serum, we'll talk about it next, is the serum brings more moisture to the deeper layers of the dermis if you use the hydrating toner first. So everything works better and it feels good. You use it several times during your facials. The key actives are aquilans, so this is from microalgae, retains moisture, aloe vera juice, green tea, hyaluronic acid, and 22 different plants. The color, as I explained earlier, is made with flowers. So here you have an EDM of the DNA repair serum, so that's our bestseller. In retail size, it comes in 2 sizes. That's the larger size. The one in the picture is the smaller one, 1.7 ounce. And of course, it comes in professional size. And it's very economical. In case you wonder, is professional size when you use an airless bottle. Actually, this is not professional, but the professional size has an airless bottle as well. It delivers exactly the quantity you need for each use. So you get, I can't remember, like 400 uses or something like this, depending on the product. It's pretty economical, even though you're working with a high-end line that gives better results. So DNA repair serum, it replaces numerous serums. You have noticed that many brands have a lot of different serums. Well, I combine all the ingredients in one. And why? Because you need all those ingredients. They are essential for the skin. And also, it's more practical. I like practicality. I like things to be fast and easy doing a facial. When you're at home, who needs a hyaluronic acid serum and then a peptide serum and then a serum with this and that? It's too much. And so I find it's difficult to make the formulation, but that's my problem and my team's problem. You benefit from that. So it's loaded with ingredients, intact DNA, we talked about it, stimulates cell activity, fibroblast production, anti-inflammatory, breakdown of elastin fibers, and more. Lysine, copper, zinc, magnesium are great to fight aging, in causes of aging. peptides, of course, Fucogel, very hydrating, glycorepair, which are growth factors, serotonin silica again, resveratrol, loaded with actives. Everyone loves that serum. So it got the ACA award in 2019. Now we go to the eye and lip gel. So you wonder, is like, okay, why is there? So the eye and lip gel is a light texture. It's a little bit of a different formula from the eye and lip emulsion earlier. And so the go-to is puffiness, wrinkles, dark circles, but especially being a great soothing product. When you spend a lot of time on a computer, like many of your clients do, your eyes get tired. You use that. You can even have a bottle on your desk and you just reapply it. If you have eyeshadow on, just do it underneath. And it reduces puffiness and fatigue very, very quickly. It's a great base for makeup and lipstick. Lipstick stays on the whole day. Eye makeup doesn't, it really doesn't smudge at all. So it replaces a primer, no need for a primer, and keeps lipstick from running. So lots of actives, several peptides, aqualants, very hydrating, and balancing also the content of water inside and outside the cells. This is one of the reasons why it reduces puffiness. Jojoba, hydrating, linolenic acid, very soothing, calendula, very soothing, allantoin, probiotics, age reverse, lots of ingredients. Now we get to the night recovery cream. So you will love the packaging. So this is an airless bottle. By the way, I forgot to tell you the skin lightening cream has an airless bottle too. So you just deliver what you need. Use 1 pump or 2 pumps. No fingers in there, no bacteria. It's clean, very easy to use. Beautiful capsule, goes on very nicely. You wake up in the morning and your skin looks radiant, glorious. Makes a big difference. So it's an overnight therapy, loaded with peptides, safe botanicals, and one of the peptides is reducing wrinkles, a little bit like botulinum toxin too. So you heard about some of the peptides, Syncal, arginine. We are not the only company using them. Use them in a maximum percentage, plus the stem cells from the Swiss apples. Remember little red apples that never wrinkle? Eliminates wrinkles from the skin as well. Resveratrol, tongue tree oil, lots of nutrients, anti-inflammatory, medicinal plant, hydration from hyaluronic acid and Fucogel, aloe vera, healing, squalane, yeast proteins, algae. You see it is loaded. I don't even have enough space on the slides to put everything, but everything is on the website. And on the packaging, of course. So this is an award as well. Day cream. So I mentioned the day cream before. It's called protective day cream because it protects from pollution. It's in a jar like this, professional size, and you just use it after your facials, after your peels, and the skin looks very healthy. It protects from pollution, and it provides 24 hours of hydration. It's a light cream. It absorbs very nicely. One of the properties comes from caprylic capryl triglyceride because it has anti-aging properties, hydrating properties, and prevents the breakdown of collagen. So it's what's called the anti-MMP1 properties. So it protects the collagen fibers from breaking down. Red microalgae, acai, calendula. Then the last of the face moisturizer here has an SPF 15. It's also an airless jar. And that can be used on the face. All of the moisturizers go on the neck and neckline. back of the neck as well. This one can also be used around the eyes. So it has 12% zinc oxide and is very creamy. So that's a different kind of product because you put it in your hands and you do this first, and then you just even it out. And the skin, this is what I have on my skin, is I love to use this product because it's so quick to use and my skin has just that natural glow. And by the way, I don't have foundation, okay? I never wear foundation. No need. Is after my acne, dry skin, and old skin problems, over time, the products made my skin near perfect. And I'm grateful for that. So Caprylic Capri triglyceride has a lot of this emollient, and it gives a little bit of a glow, that natural glow of health, not greasy, but natural glow. So it's for someone who likes a creamier product, a little bit of a thicker product, but you'll be amazed how easy it is to apply. And with 12% of the highest quality zinc oxide, you have a full spectrum protection. Ultraviolet A, B, and C. Yes, I insist C as well, because ultraviolet C is damaging to the skin and it goes through the ozone layer that has holes, that is damaged. Stem cells, plant protein, shea butter, radish root ferment extract, magnesium, lecithin, lots of different nutrients here. Gentle exfoliating scrub. This is a scrub that is very creamy. It's made for very sensitive skin. Use during facials. It's safe to use before and after peels. We talked about this earlier with the clear scrub. It's the same type of beads from jojoba and coconut, has a different formula that is even more gentle. And you can use it on the most sensitive skin. You can also use it after medical peels. You know, about 10 days or so after medical peels, they tend to get milia, clogged pores. That is a go-to product. It's safe. And they can use it every day if needed. Every other day is the standard, but every day is just safe. The mask, which also exists in professional size, of course, and the scrub too. Anytime you have any redness after any peel, after extractions, after microdermabrasion, this is the go-to hydrating, calming mask. You cannot go wrong with this mask, and you can get it very close to the eyes. It's very soothing. Lots of flavonoids, hydrating factors. I'm going to go very quick here. I did not plan to include the body products and sun protection, but I just want to give you a little taste, and maybe you'll be curious and you get, you know, you talk with the team and or you go on the website to get the information. So there are 4 products for the body. One of them is professional and retail, and all of them are retail. So it addresses cellulite, fat cell reduction in teen girls. This is quite interesting. Scars and stretch marks, prevents and repairs. It takes time to repair. Just be aware of that. Dry skin, rough skin. You know, so many people have hands and arms that look so much more aged than the face because of not using great products that work, hormone related and so on. So DNA repair and lift. So this is for the body. I'm looking for it, and of course I cannot find it. Oh, here it is. Here we go. So it's an airless bottle as well. So this is to prevent stretch marks like during pregnancy, bodybuilders, so they don't get those stretch marks like on the shoulders and so on. It's safe. It has intact DNA. It has a native collagen from jellyfish. I forgot to say most of the products are vegan. This one is not because of the jellyfish, allantoin. So, and to repair stretch marks, it does take time. It works because it works from the dermis up. So it takes a while. We have a data sheet on that if you're interested in more scientific information. Quickly on Cellulite Away, it has ingredients that reduce the size of fat cells. But in teen girls, where the teenage years is when the fat cells generate. That means during teenage years is what determines the number of fat cells a woman will have in her body. We're talking about women here because hormones. And this product, when used on a regular basis, means that there are going to be less fat cells. It literally reduces the number of fat cells this girl will have for life. It's amazing. Body and hand emulsion, this is a favorite. If you want to have nice, young-looking hands, reduction of brown spots, that's your go-to product. Look at the list of actives. 30% more hydration in just 24 hours. 13% more hydration in the dermis in 24 hours. Your big box store moisturizers don't get close. So that's the back bar size for the body and hand emulsion. It's great when you do treatments with heat mittens, or you do glycolic peels on the hands and you follow that, or a hand massage. Great part. The body lift lotion, this is the most luxurious lotion on the market for the body. It makes you use this all over the body, but you use this on your arms and everyone will ask you, wow, your skin looks so firm, so hydrated. On protection, no residue, no chemicals, no stickiness, no odor, full spectrum protection. SPF 50 plus, it's actually a 57, SPF 30. So highest quality ingredients. Here you see, I wanted to show you the 3 toners. They look great. If you put them on your shelves, in your spa, in your retail area, it looks stunning. And you have a good story about the flowers that make the colors. Thank you. I'm sure we have some questions here.
Does anyone have any questions for Catherine? Well, I think you covered it all very well, Catherine. You did a great job.
Thank you. So maybe you, Kelly, have some questions or things that aestheticians come up with, or
No, I don't have any questions. I'm very familiar with the brand. I love using the brand in treatments, and it's an excellent revenue builder for your spa. So if anyone has any questions, though, feel free to email them to me. It's just Kelly, Kelli, at CaliforniaSkincareSupply.com, and we'll make sure to get you the answer quickly. And once again, we will also forward this recording to all who signed up. So thank you so much for joining us, Catherine, and we'll look forward to scheduling our next class.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for spending the time on a Monday, which is your day off. You're very busy, and I'm excited. I look forward to hearing your positive feedback, and it keeps being exciting. Thank you.
All right. Thanks again. And everybody have a great rest of your week.